Hi guys, my name is Yas and welcome to Finding My Flow. Today we're going to be talking about all things purpose. And for the purpose of this video, I think it's really important that we define what purpose is because it can be used very broadly in very different contexts. To me, purpose has always been about what should I be doing to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. And from having conversation with so many different people from different age groups, I've come to realize that so many of us struggle with finding an answer to this question. So why is it now important to have this conversation going? Well, there has been actually considerable amount of research indicating that a stronger sense of purpose is associated with a higher sense of well-being, satisfaction, sense of happiness, and a higher sense of physical and mental and emotional health. So now we have this big question, which is what is my purpose in life? And we know that the answer to this question can help us lead healthier and just better lives. And there are so many of us who don't know the answer to this question. So what do we do now? How do we find our purpose? From all the exploring that I've done around this topic, I've come to realize that purpose is actually not something that you get to find or you get to stumble upon. Purpose is something that you get to create, and it is unique to every single individual. And I know some of you watching this might find it scary and you might not know where to start to create that purpose, but I want you to know that you are not alone. There are still seasons in my life where I feel like I don't feel fulfilled and I am lacking meaning in life. But there are certain things that I have done and certain mindsets that I have worked on that have helped me on this journey of creating more purpose and more meaning in my life. And I want to share them with you guys, and I hope that you find them helpful. And if you have done certain things in your own life to help you with your purpose, I want you guys to please share them in the comments below. I would love to hear what is helping you find more meaning and more fulfillment in life, because the more we share with each other, the more we realize that we have so much in common and we get to learn from each other. So without further ado, let's get started. Number one, I used to think that purpose was this one big gigantic thing that I needed to figure out and I needed to pursue. But like we talked about it, it's not. Purpose is something that you create. And so I like to think of purpose as a whole bunch of little things that I get to do that gives my life meaning. And I think sometimes we actually oversee this fact because we're after all these big things to pursue. But purpose and fulfillment and meaning can be found in things like having a conversation with a friend where they're having a really hard day and putting a smile on their face, or helping an old lady carry her groceries home because she's having a really hard time carrying them herself, or even complimenting a stranger on the street on their shoes because you find them really cool. And just by doing these little things and interacting with other people and making them feel better, you'll be surprised at how amazing and how fulfilled you get to feel about your own life. Number two, take action. And I cannot stress how important this is, because a lot of time in my own life, I've procrastinated on so many different things because I was trying to find my purpose before I took action. And sometimes days, months, and God forbid, years are gonna pass by and we look back on our life and we've done nothing because we were waiting for this big thing to realize what our purpose is before we did anything. But what I've come to realize is that you need to push for something to move. So make a list of things that you enjoy doing, whether it is hobby or things that you wanted to try. You wanted to try drawing, take a drawing class, or you wanted to go horseback riding, find out where they're doing it and take a course there and explore things that you feel drawn towards. You'll be surprised that once you start taking action and once you start doing things that make you feel excited on the inside, things start falling into place and opportunities start showing themselves out of nowhere, and before you know it, you're feeling this incredible sense of fulfillment and purpose in your life. And one example that I can share from my own life experiences is dancing. If you know me even for just a second, you'll know my love for dance. And for such a long time, I was not necessarily doing anything about it other than just going out with my friends and dancing here and there. And then last year, I decided to actually take a class. What I've come to realize that by doing that, by pursuing and taking action on something that I liked, I got connected with an incredible community of people who just fill my life with so much love, purpose, and meaning just by being around them and having deep conversations with them. And I was not expecting this at all, but when I say opportunity would arise, guys, it will when you start doing things and taking actions on the things that you love. Because at the end of 2021, I was asked by my instructor to become an instructor at one of the largest schools of dance, and it feels so incredible to have this opportunity, and to think that if I had never taken action and if I had never taken those classes, I would not be here and I would not feel fulfilled by doing that thing that I love. Number 3, read. Oh, that was 2. But number 3, read. There's so many incredible minds out there who have asked themselves the exact same question. How do I create my purpose? How do I find more meaning in my life? By reading about them and learning about their journey, we get to learn about the things that they have done. And one amazing book that I recently read, it's called Built to Serve by Carmichael. This was such an incredible read, and the book goes on to asking you really deep questions where you get to reflect on yourself and on your life, and you get to learn about your who, why, and how. Your who is your core value. Your why is how you went on to develop this core value, which is the life events that led you to it. And your how is how you're going to use your core value to live a meaningful life where you get to impact other people and change lives and feel fulfilled on the inside. Now, it's important for me to say that this book is tailored more so towards entrepreneurs who want to find purpose within the work that they do and within the businesses that they create. But I really don't think that's important, because I think if you are struggling with your purpose in general, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You can still find really great value in this book. And honestly, this was one of the reasons why I decided to pursue my YouTube channel. And if you do ever give this a book a read, I would love to hear about your who, why, and your how. And so comment that below, and if you have read it, let's talk about it. And finally, I want to say, don't be so hard on yourself. If you are having a hard time right now and you feel like things are not making sense, just know that this will pass. Life is full of ups and downs. All we gotta do is enjoy the ride, learn, grow, explore, and before we know it, things are going to fall into place. Lastly, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this far. I know that purpose is a really big topic to talk about, and I probably barely even scratched the surface of it in this video, but I really do hope that by sharing my experiences so far and the things that have worked for me, I can at least help one other person in their journey. And that being said, I would love to hear in the comment section below, what are things that you guys doing right now to create more meaning in your life? Let us know, because I think we can all learn from each other's experiences. And that's what life is all about. So until next time, I want to wish you guys a heart full of love, a mind full of peace, and a life full of purpose.